There's been $2,800 there.
Then so then you have those questions. They're
Oh.
taxes. Running up, up.
Yep.
Street fund twice.
Yeah, she did.
Now, yeah. Yeah. You guys about twice? We did two. Installment.
After everybody
It's just for half of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was less than half, to be honest. Yeah.
and that's,
It's like 10 grand a year, basically.
Nobody at Toronto
Ready.
emergency management shirt
I did.
to a Barnfield meeting.
to the fire meeting, yeah,
We like them.
wanted to show that. Part of the emergency management team.
Oh, we're like,
We should get branded for the life.
okay, we're on. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to that, what do we call this, Public Works still?
Yeah.
Nikki,
This one is Public Works Committee, and the next one's gonna be Corporate Services.
okay. Welcome to Public Works. So we're running a little bit behind because of no scheduling conflict, but here we go. I guess we're on. So. Were you doing this one, Amy? Okay. Move by that the Public Works Committee meeting be open at 7:05. 7:05. All in favor or move it, second it? Yeah. Three. Approval of the agenda. Adoption of prior minutes. Mary. Oh,
In the sheet. Yeah. Motion to and motion to.
oh, right, sorry, different process here. Moved by Steve, seconded by Jason, that the agenda for the Public Works Committee meeting for November 1st, 2023 be approved and circulated. All in favor? Moved by Steve, seconded by Jason, that the minutes of the public. Barry read that one. Did I miss one?
You did the agenda, now you go to that.
Yeah, 19 minutes.
Minutes of the Public Works Committee held November 1st, 2023 be adopted as circulated. All in favor? Exclude here pecuniary interests. So am I doing this one then? Who's forward? Motion
Number 4
on the motion?
is for 8.1,
Okay.
so. we can wait.
Okay, any delegation presentations? Seeing none, correspondence, information? None. Number 7, new business recommendations to council. 7.1 Boxwell Road proposal, I can follow up.
This is just a follow-up from the council meeting that we had earlier this month, just to say that the Public Works Department would be looking to make sure that all the seasonal roads are done in a timely manner. It's just recorded in the minutes that the conversation has happened and the direction that we can give people.
Unfinished business. Private roads. Reports, 8.1.
So this is from the December 12th council meeting. So the report was presented at that meeting, the motion at that meeting was to bring it to the Public Works Committee so that there can be discussion on what we want to do with the requests that we're receiving for maintenance and on private roads, as well as there was a request to bring one road up to standard. In the reports, there's a number of different, like it outlines the types of roads that we have, what we can do, best practices from some training opportunities, from speaking with some legal teams, best opportunities for best practices for the municipality in pursuing any of those requests or answering them in a consistent way so that we're, you know, if we created a policy and there's a draft policy from a neighboring municipality that's in there, but if we had a policy, then when those requests comes in, we can just give the standard answer and have that in place. So this is just to start that conversation to say, is this the direction we want to go in? Do we want a policy, and then what we might consider in that policy?
And I think we need a policy so we have a consistent answer.
Absolutely.
So that where this motion is.
Yes.
Moved by seconder. Moved by Donna, second by Jason, whereas the Public Works Committee has received documentation and maintenance for private, seasonal and unmaintained roadways, and whereas the committee hereby deems it diligent to create a policy that ensures consistent process and maintenance requirements for all properties within the municipality. Therefore, the committee recommends to council that staff be instructed to prepare draft policy for review at a future committee meeting. All in favor? Carried. I guess report from CAO and
Those are just the documents that
document. I guess 9.0. Referrals from complaint tracking.
Yeah, so just following a seminar presented to myself by the township GIS contractor, it was adopted that using the GIS system to map out problem areas or road sections that need attention throughout the township would be a highly utilized tool within Public Works. Currently been back and forth with the GIS contractor, looking at some new systems and some map overlays to put in place. Hopefully then we can work forward to putting forth the maintenance plans, whether it be brushing, ditching, that sort of thing.
Now, is that like road work, will that pinpoint, like you got a frost heave, will that pinpoint?
Yeah, so essentially it'll mark it on the map within the township, and then from there we can categorize problem areas and then work from the worst area to the least.
Sorry, just,
Yeah, go ahead.
and that's within our existing GIS? That's a map overlay that happens? Or
Yes, so essentially what would happen is I just print the map off.
Yeah.
From our GIS system. And then either highlight or add in stuff and then send it back to the contractor, and then they can put the overlay into the system, so you can bring it up in your options.
And does it ever get to the point where it's automated that we can do that on our side? Like that we
It's
can?
actually a
like-
shape file, right?
Yeah, essentially, like if you guys can submit Is that what you mean?
Yeah, and or even your crew as they're going around doing something, they could mark.
Yeah, so
Problem areas.
they like, if they mark it out, the crew essentially can't input information into the GIS, but
Right.
if they make a work order for the area, then it can be implemented into the system.
And then that date stamps and time stamps it as to when it was flagged and then when the work was done.
Correct, yeah, so then you just go back into the system for the job, select the job, put your comments in, and then hit submit and either complete, in progress, or not complete.
And then we can run reports on it.
Correct, yeah, it'll generate a report based off road sections or addresses, that sort of thing.
It probably just brings efficiency from like, you're gonna go out there and do this on that road, might as well go to the road beside and do that.
Yeah, so
So-
essentially my plan was to work off this program and create like future work, like brushing programs and that sort of
That's
stuff,
great.
so. Like to kind of go out and survey the area first, figure out where the issues are. I know that we do have in there right now, all the culverts are highlighted. And they're classified in category from best to worst shape, so that's another thing that we can work forward to, kind of replacing them and.
Yeah, what would be great, and this is no pressure because you need your time to do your work, but I would love to make that kind of information public. About what our brushing program is gonna look like. It's just for a set expectations for people, because everyone thinks that their brushing should happen
Yeah,
immediately, where if we can actually just show like there's a plan and we can
Right.
rationalize the
and
plan.
essentially that's like what I was working towards, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
then
great.
we could send out notices like, this is when we'll be at
Yeah,
this section of road and move forward, so.
Great,
And then, is this complaints driven as well? So if someone.
Yeah, so if you flip through on the back of the manager's report, there's just a little blurb for a service request from a complaint that was put forth to Public Works. So from the complaint, you just add in the information into the appropriate box. And then when you're done, it'll essentially generate a report, which kind of looks like this. This is just for a service request.
Yeah.
But
that's great.
This is what you were, kind of looking for, right? You kept like,
Yes.
something like this, I think you were talking about earlier.
Complaints are.
Yes.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
so.
They've been handled, yeah.
Right,
And then they can be divvied up per department, so like building planning has their own complaints, public works has their own, so.
And then we can trend it as well, if we see that we're taking out 17 mailboxes,
Right,
we can have
yeah.
a conversation, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right.
well, that it also, would probably show you your response time, how many complaints you got, how quickly you dealt with it, right?
Yeah, so everything's kind of logged in that system.
Yeah.
So I can just finish this, by using password documentation, patrol logs and resident complaints and inquiries to assist future departmental operations. Plans for upcoming work throughout the township will be implemented. A few of these plans in the making consist of a brushing program, ditching program, road grading program, and road rehabilitation program. The location for these programs within the township will be prioritized by urgency and importance, taking into consideration such factors as seasonal damage, problem areas, and areas where recurring issues arise. Future planning with these programs would give a transparent view of what work is to be done, when the projects will commence, and the location it will be performed. The GIS system can also be used to document such things as work orders, traffic data, bridge and culverts with locations and conditions, as well as input service requests. Information logged within the GIS system can then be used to generate reports on these matters for future proceedings.
This will be, really helpful during budget times too, so. Yes,
Yes, that's KPIs, gotta get them developed.
I love my KPIs.
Any complaints, public works?
No, nothing serious, just your typical snowplow complaints and stuff like that.
You like to see all that snow?
Yeah, I do. Keeps it busy, keeps the guys busy,
Yeah.
so myself as well, so.
I guess I just gave the manager's report right there, kind of.
Yeah, part of it, I can give those guys.
Sure.
Where's one more resolution just about the GIS is one?
Yes. You leave in a second. Sure. Moved by Donna, second by Jason, whereas Public Works Manager will be creating a plan for maintaining municipal road improvement condition. Therefore, the committee recommends to council that the staff be authorized to update the GIS systems according to document and plans and record improvements. All in
Sorry,
favor?
just one more question. What's the cost for that?
So I contacted the GIS guy today. I spoke with him in regards to what the cost would be. He told me that to put the map overlays on, if I just print them off and do the highlighted sections myself, there shouldn't be an extra cost.
Okay.
But he said he would send us a quote if there was a cost associated.
So if you have to do data input, and if we want, that's where the cost goes.
Right,
over,
yeah.
right? Yeah, which, I mean, I think it's worth getting a quote for that.
For
so
sure,
that
yeah.
We have, electronic data.
And you
Typically,
had,
it's between $200 and $500 when we do a new map overlay, when we put a new service in, that's typically been the historical cost.
we had like tablets for all the trucks and stuff already.
Yeah, so there's actually, I found tablets in the shop, they're assigned to each vehicle. So that's where I kind of wanted to go into the work order and time input system.
Yeah.
So I was looking, upon review of the current timesheet and work order input process, I believe there are other ways to do this that would result in a more productive time management for staff. I found an old collection of tablets in the public works shop that are operational and assigned to each vehicle. I'd like to propose using the tablets for creating and submitting work orders by staff to the public works manager. With a system like this in place, it would not only make it easier to track, assign, and review ongoing work projects, but also make it easier for the public works clerk to review for timesheet submissions. Depending on what service provider is available at the time, I would also like to propose the use of the tablets for timesheet data entry. If staff already have access to the available tablets and are using them for work order submissions, we could utilize the system by allowing staff to submit their end of day time electronically through the tablets. Not only can staff submit work orders, but the public works manager would be able to create work orders and assign them to individual staff throughout the system.
Yeah.
So basically, they're gonna go in the morning, you can almost pre-populate if you know the day before what you want them to do for the next day, right?
Right, yeah, just pre-assign the work.
Right.
To
And
the
then they can assign how many like their hours.
Right,
to
so
each
then
load,
log-
each thing,
yeah, per
More
job, so.
KPIs.
This process would allow us to keep all bookkeeping for staff in one place, making it easily accessible to review, assign, and approve. Currently, this process is done on paper and being redone multiple times by multiple staff and departments. This would, in theory, streamline the work order timesheet process, freeing up time for the public works clerk, as well as keeping good records retention within the department.
So does that, are they Wi-Fi? Like, does
Yeah,
that-
data, do they
does
have
that go
data?
right to this antenna, or when it comes in, they just?
So it would essentially be like an operating system on the computer, and then they could submit them wirelessly, and it would update onto the system.
But they would have to,
When they come in through the Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
There's no LTE
There's no-
package.
No,
there's no-
no, I
that's
don't
right.
believe that
Yeah.
there's cellular
Yeah.
service on the tablets, but if they input it, then it, when they come back to the shop, it would all be
yeah,
uploaded.
yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe we could see how much that would cost too, if that was efficient, right?
Well, if it comes back and downloads at the end of the day, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, we just have to make sure like there's enough space within the tablets that it can essentially handle the data that's being embedded.
how old are the tablets?
I think they're probably like 4 years old, 5 years old,
It was before my time.
maybe.
Yeah, I've been for almost 7 years. I think it was-
Yes.
Yeah, you can still get cheap tablets off Amazon, like, they
Yeah.
don't have to be iPads.
No, but I would just encourage that if, for whatever reason, these don't seem to work, let's make sure that we're exploring all of our options
Yeah.
for getting a data package, if that actually, like, if it brings efficiency to the guys, like,
Right,
like, I'd love to be able to see like the cost comparison and do a bit of a business case to say, like, let's invest in the equipment so that they can do their job more efficiently and all that kind of stuff, so.
well, and then essentially too, what you could do if you went that route was you could have like the tablets in the vehicles and then use that as your GPS system.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Short-term pain for long-term gain.
right,
I mean, yeah, no different than having giving cell phones to the guy.
Yeah.
Right.
The crew, I would say, yeah. it's the crew. All right.
Should I go through the rest of this one?
Well, yeah, the engine,
Oh,
for
yeah.
pumper that we would like to know when that's going on.
Yes.
We just came from that meeting.
I'm just currently waiting to hear back from Wayne. I'll have
Okay,
to call him this
okay.
week.
So that's priority. right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're just trying to schedule a time that works for both of us, so.
Okay. Great.
The outdoor ice rink, staff tried their very best to make the outdoor rink operational before the Christmas break. The base form was in fact skatable, but due to the warmer temperatures, it was lost. Over the past few weeks, staff have been out, at night continuously flooding the rink in preparation to open it for the winter season. And as of Friday, the 5th of January, the rink has enough base depth to be deemed usable and open. Staff will continue to monitor the outdoor rink and complete nightly floods when possible to maintain the ice surface. And I know we spoke about the ice resurfacer before. So upon further inspection of the Olympia ice resurfacing machine, there are a few outstanding parts such as a felt towel for the conditioner that will need to be ordered and installed before being fully operational.
Do we need to put a motion to get that going or? No. You just-
Within the operational budget.
Yeah, so you'll just make that happen.
Yeah.
And then you'll let me know when I need to come drive it.
For sure.
Okay.
And go ahead, Steve.
I just want to say, like, I had a lot of people contact me about the rink and they said that the ice is in great shape and a lot of people are using it, so
Oh, yeah,
hopefully, with the use of the ice resurfacer, it'll only get better.
yeah,
I think also a lot of people think that we have the ability to make ice and
Yeah. That's-
weather makes ice, so like I get messages in like mid-November, when is the ice going? And we don't have the ability to freeze.
we don't have a
ice.
plant.
Yeah, there's no refrigeration.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so and I think a lot of people maybe think that way because I'm like, do you see a puddle in your driveway? Is it still water? That's why we don't have it.
Right, I mean, yeah, you guys had some ice in, but I mean, Mother Nature
Yeah.
took it away,
Yeah.
simple as
How,
that.
how hard would it be to get like a skate sharpening thing and we do that? Is that something that's doable now?
Run it.
You can buy actually like a machine
Yeah,
or rent
is that
one
not?
that you put your skates in and
Yeah.
for like $4, but I don't know what the
I-
return would be on.
Yeah.
Mm,
Take you, I mean, there's lots of places that sharpen skates and all day. I mean,
Anywhere closer? No, your house? No?
no. I got a grinder.
Not like a digger?
No, but yeah, I mean, the ice is being well used. I mean, there's been a lot of kids on it, so.
Yeah, there's actually some people that.
Out there now, yeah. No, it's,
And the lights are okay now, they're.
Yeah, we had an
Yeah.
issue with the timer.
Yeah.
So we just had to go through the manual and reset the timer and it seems to be working now. So shut offs at 11. So,
that's great.
I think the last thing here is, newly introduced equipment logs. So with an effort to stay accountable for the equipment maintenance of the Public Works Department, an equipment maintenance log, which can be found on page 6, has been introduced. This log has a specific section for each piece of equipment and assigned vehicle number, so the trucks and heavy equipment. The equipment log is categorized consisting of time and date of work, parts required for the job, who performed the service, the maintenance performed, the mileage and the hours of the vehicle, and notes for further references. So these logs were put in place to keep the equipment within their service intervals, allow the tracking of cost and maintenance, as well as have the records for the work that was completed to the vehicles and equipment.
So mileage hours, what does that mean?
Hours is, oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Go
It's mileage and hours, so like on your heavy equipment, like your excavators and backhoes,
Yeah,
it just gives you hours, like the amount of hours the equipment's been running, whereas a vehicle gives you mileage.
okay. And would downtime be useful or no?
No,
How long it took to repair?
No, because if the digger hours aren't going, then it's down.
Okay,
yeah,
so
no,
that's how you know? Okay,
yeah, it only accumulates
When it's
as you
running.
operate it.
okay.
Yeah.
No, I meant,
Oh, hours worked on,
or if the snowplow is down,
right.
how long did it take to repair?
So essentially, yeah, so then that's where the tablet sort of thing would come in place. So then right now, I believe the guys just submit their work orders on paper to Santana.
Right,
And then we just have to look back at that and kind of
That's the
put
resolution time.
both of them together. So,
no, this is good.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be
Mhm.
good.
Um, And then just smaller mentions, the engine arrived for Comfort Four, so that's hopefully planned for these upcoming weeks to get that installed. When we had some warmer weather, we spot graded roads and applied material where required. They cold patch development, trunk and railway. Winter snow removal operations, brushing operations, there was sight lines in some problem areas by the mailboxes at Greenwood and Boundary. The trapper's been contacted too for the beaver issues on Boundary Road. The guys are actually out there to cut down some trees that were a hazard to the roadway. Sign straightening and replacements, yearly reviews staff for yearly review survey for staff. So I put together just a survey for the people at the shop there, just to kind of see what they were looking for going ahead in public works, what kind of tools and equipment they might utilize to make their jobs easier, that sort of thing. General maintenance and repairs of the plow trucks, general maintenance and repairs of the backhoe, and commencing in the spring, we're gonna be doing daily IHSA safety talks. So every morning we'll go through a module and get everybody to sign off on it.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Mhm.
There was one stop sign down on Railway in the first corner there. Was there, I think?
Okay.
Railway. That got replaced, I guess?
Yeah, it must have if it's up. I'll have to double check. I know the
Okay.
one just on development at Farmers, I believe, was totally missing. So we had a resident call in, let us know. So,
Right. Yeah, this was only, it was like a week ago, I didn't call in, I figured.
okay,
figured we
I
could
can
see
double
it,
check,
say
yeah.
somebody else. It was Railway and Boys there.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll all check that on our way home.
I don't go that way.
I don't-
We all will now. I don't go that way, there's no stop signs. You're not safe.
Guess, okay, nothing, adjournment. How we're at. Over in secondary, Donna. Moved by Donna, second by Neri, that this meeting be adjourned at
7:31.
Oh, almost the record. No, I think it's not.
all in favor?
Yeah.